It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Razorbacks will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Quarterback making checks. Williams will pass. Fires to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the ground, it's Edwards. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
In the gun end, looking to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Razorbacks will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Finding open areas. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Toss sweep to the right. Finds a little space. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He might want another play. Williams looking for a man. Makes the catch. It's Washington. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him. Try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
They'll go with a direct snap. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. To the air on second down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Dead center perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points. Not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success. Pulls and fires complete.
turning it on. Past the 30. Inside the touchdown, Arkansas. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Williams will pass. He'll try to do it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. On the run, it's Price. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. It's complete. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. And this passing game has him calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different cast of characters. But one thing they always have, offensive success.
Leaves it with the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He wants to change this route. Wide receiver going in motion. Williams looking for a man. Oh, they're after him. He makes a grab. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Now rolling to the left. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
I like the aggressive nature by this offense. Everything screams run. First down and goal. Gonna run the football? No. They don't run the football. They stay aggressive. But the quarterback doesn't get reckless. He gets outside of the pocket, makes a good decision, throws it away, and lives the fight on second down.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
It's just so nice to have a signal call who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Anthony. He gets a block. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. A shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
To throw, it's Holstein. Caught over the middle, it's Smith. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. QB draw. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They want to run it left here. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
Yeah, it makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that.
Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Hansen. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, running back gets to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free.
You don't see a lot of OPI, but on that play, the offensive player just way too handsy. He's grabbing, he's working his hands way too much, and that was an easy call for the referees.
Williams will pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Sategna. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Looking to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30.
And what a game-changing play right there, because it looks like he's going to flip the field with a really good punt return, but then he coughs it up, and just like that, the offense is back on the field.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. This quarterback part of their running game. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Williams looking for a man. Trying to find the end zone. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Looking to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Into the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Oh, that stings, man. You did a great job calling the play. You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough ones. Those are tough to swallow.
He'll start this drive firing. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Razorbacks can really attack on this second and short. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. All kinds of time in the pocket. Down the middle it goes. He's got it on the outside. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. And the Razorbacks need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anthony. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Now they'll try the right side. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
The Razorbacks are on the move. Wants to throw. It's Holstein. Got a man. It's Brown. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
You know, on a 3rd and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it's on 4th down.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And the try is no good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Quarterback will keep it.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Here we go, here we go.
They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Quarterback making adjustments. Williams will pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Falls in the deep ball. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Got a little space. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The Sooners have taken it inside the 20. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
On that RPO play, I don't hate the decision by the quarterback not to hand it off and throw it deep down the field. I just don't like the throw. Not an accurate throw. He never got his feet back underneath him after riding the running back and not handing it off. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals to hit that throw because that play was there to be made.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And he missed it. No good. And it is still a 4-point deficit. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Makes the catch, it's Anthony. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
I think most offensives around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And the Razorbacks just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line to pick up of 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Finds the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage. For the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him. He tackles him for no gain.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. The give on the inside. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's right down the boulevard. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Williams looking for a man. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
Wants to fire on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, third and long coming. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Might be calling a hot route. Fourth down, gotta have it here. Rushes on him. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Back to pass, it's Holstein. Fires to the right. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that throw.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Grab behind the line. It's Anthony. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. A great catch and run for 6. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Good concentration to get that squibber inside the 15. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Offense in a bunch formation.
Ready, set. Here we go.
Making side adjustments here. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. And when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Takes the handoff. It's Price. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him. And the defense finally came up with a play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's Holstein. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. They'll start this drive from the 42. The offense changing the play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today, and it's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to pay.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got some room to run. The 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Razorbacks. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. So you think they shouldn't run up the score like this? I remember an old story of one coach telling the other one, I only coach one team, man. It's your job to stop me.
Yep, I like that approach. That should be your philosophy, but that doesn't mean you don't remember that. You have a turn later on, a lot of times, when your team's better, to do the same thing, to return the favor, and then make him forget that.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snap it to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense.
Looking for a deep man. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. He lets it fly. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start